Okay, so let's talk about a misconception regarding spirituality. A lot of people think that spirituality looks a certain way, that you have to eat a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way, that it's all about kindness and about sort of detaching yourself from day-to-day things that regular people care about. But personally, I feel spirituality is not about not possessing things or not being human, not having an ego, but rather practicing detachment. I think that is the best way I can describe spirituality. It's about acknowledging your humanity and letting it exist, but practicing kindness as much as you can, but also not wishy-washy, like lying to yourself. Like, spirituality is full acceptance of oneself, and in acceptance of oneself, the ability to accept others. I don't like this idea that there's all these, there are a lot of people out here that are like, oh, I'm so peaceful, and and if you genuinely are incredible, good, we need more people like you that are genuinely so happy and content and peaceful and kind all the time. I love it. But if you are preaching to others something which you have not even attained yourself, please stop talking out of your buttocks, I beg of you, because it makes people feel that spirituality is inaccessible to them. And honestly, I don't like it because it gives it a bad name. Spirituality is not about not possessing things. It's not about saying that I don't have needs, or I don't have wants, or I'm not a human being, I don't get hurt. It's okay to get hurt. It's okay to experience the entirety of your human experience. It's okay to have a higher knowledge and a higher understanding of a subject, of yourself, and still be human, and still make mistakes. Spirituality is not being void of imperfection. Spirituality is both being perfect and imperfect at the same time, moving through it and being okay with it. Spirituality is an embracing of your journey. It's realizing that nothing lasts, and therefore you should make the most of every moment, regardless of how it feels. Spirituality is perspective, and it's not perspective for the sake of being preached. It is not perspective for the sake of putting you above other people or other people above you. Spirituality is an understanding that we are all born with equal value, equal worth, and that plays out with its different stories and journeys and karma and nuances in this human 3D realm. That is my interpretation of spirituality. I guess, yes, okay, maybe I'm preaching about it a little, which is kind of ironic, but I certainly, call me biased, prefer my take of spirituality than a lot of what is being preached out there to people. You don't have to dress a certain way. You can wear all the designer clothes and be spiritual. You can want to make money and be spiritual. You can eat meat and be spiritual. Because let's look at it like this. If you really want to get to it and face facts, if spirituality was the key to being a good person, then how come you have all these so-called spiritual people that are being convicted of crimes? And I don't just mean, I mean spiritual, like when they call themselves spiritual and they run some sort of janky business that's unregulated. Or you have, unfortunately, religious people that people look up to. How come they're being convicted of crimes? You know, spirituality is not about your job title. It is not about the uniform that you wear. It is a way of being. It is a mindset. It is how you treat others, treat yourself. I'm not trying to insult anyone, but I'm trying to shed light upon the fact that spirituality is accessible to all of us. And that's that.